There has only ever been one, like, animation kind of movie kind of thing that has ever made me cry. One's got close. That was the Underworld Saga by Epic the Musical, like just the Underworld song. But the one that actually physically got me was a Silent Voice, and this doesn't get enough love. I love this like movie so much, and it's not even like a massive blockbuster. It's really underappreciated. I love it so much, so I just have to defend it. So, just at a first glance, a Silent Voice, it seems pretty simple, but oh my god, it's heartbreaking. I love it. I love it so much. So if any one of you don't know what it is or what it's about a kid called Shoya who bullies a deaf girl named Shoko. And this is like when they were a child, obviously, because she's different because she's deaf. So he just mocks her. He does. He stole her hearing aids and gave her a scar at some point. Basically, just isolates her and obviously she just keeps bouncing back and she seems really okay with it. But obviously we know that isn't the case. She kind of becomes an outcast at some point, and then so does he, because obviously the bullying got turned from her back around to him. So they both kind of became outcasts at some point, and then obviously they both age. Starts up with him standing on a bridge. Oh my god, it breaks my heart with the fireworks going off. Oh my god. Obviously, we don't know this yet, and then we think to ourselves, well, it's kind of deserved. He did kind of cause it himself. But then we learn more and more, and we are really empathetic with it. And it just, the climax of when she's on the balcony with the firework. Oh my god, it breaks my heart every single time I watch it. And I've only just recently rewatched it as well, so I have to defend it. So if there is any haters, which I don't think there is, because it's really underappreciated, then I'd be really surprised. Obviously, moral of the story is can be cruel, and well, even adults can be cruel, but eventually everyone learns actions have consequences, and you can try and be better for yourself and for everyone around you. It's just the film. It refuses to pretend that bad actions can only come from bad people. We all know that they are all good people deep down, and it's just I don't know why. I'm just sucker for redemption stories. Obviously, Hazbin Hotel, one of my all-time favorite TV shows, and now this as well. Oh my god! But obviously, you don't have to be a good person to say the word "I'm sorry." But it doesn't just erase any trauma that's been caused by the multiple years. You don't have to forgive just because someone says the word sorry, but at least they would have said the word sorry. And that is the whole point of the movie. It understands something that every single film that I've seen pretty much ignores. Forgiveness is simply a gift. It's not a reward for doing good behavior. Not everyone can forgive and forget, but hey, life rarely gives us like resolutions to issues, so if you can try, that's all anyone can ask for. But the part that really gets me is the most accurate portrayal of depression. Oh my god, I love A Silent Voice so much just for this one reason. It's just when Shoya is just throughout the entire film with the X's over people's faces and then at the end where they all disappear. Oh, it just we know that it was covering everyone's faces, like teachers, classmates, strangers, even everyone who he doesn't really know. And it's one of the most simple visual metaphors I've ever seen for what that kind of anxiety and depression is like. And it's one of the most devastating. Obviously, it's not like people don't go around seeing exes usually, but it's more like ignoring and like everyone's strangers. And I understand it because it's not always dramatic like that. The people aren't consistently crying. Just depression sometimes is just avoiding eye contact. That's mainly anxiety, maybe some other mental issues, but it's mainly isolation and mental isolation that it represents and portrays so much. And if you do stop trying, you do disconnect and you do retreat. And just that one simple visual effect, it just communicates all that without any explanation, and I love it for it so much. But whenever people do discuss the silent voice, which not a lot of people do, like I've said, they do often focus on Shoya. Understandably so, he is the main character. He is trying to change. But Shoko, oh my god, my baby. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, she's like constantly the one being bullied. I feel so bad. And yet she's always the one saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for causing trouble." And it is so heartbreaking to watch. Oh my god. People who grow up feeling like a burden, they do often internalize blame for things that just aren't their fault. And I feel so bad for the girl so much. However, she's just not the kind deaf girl. She does have her own issues too. But it does make her relatable so much, and I love her for it. Now, the animation, I'm just going to get into the animation. It's simple, but it's effective. I love it. I've got my own poster of the movie. I love it so much. I've got plenty of posters, but that one is the one I care for the most, so it's definitely that. And overall, let's be honest, it's a really good movie. If I had to rate it, it would be... I think it's probably the only 10 out of 10 movie I've seen ever. But I think I'm just a little bit biased. Because obviously there isn't, like... It isn't perfect, but to me it is. So that is just the bias that I have in my brain for it. Obviously the ending scene... It's kind of a bit... I want to say it's perfect. Obviously, not everyone's going to forgive. And it does show that, so I love it for that. And, oh my god, the fact that he can live a normal life, I was so happy for him at the end of the entire thing. The best scene I've got to say by far, I did say this earlier, is when Shogo's on the balcony, the fireworks going off. It's just the callback to the very beginning, where he's stood on the bridge, the fireworks going off, and the fact that he ends up falling off the balcony himself, and then that entire speech where he's just like, "I'll start tomorrow, I swear I'll start tomorrow," and it just makes you think, oh, he's gonna die now, he's gonna die, just for him to barely live. Oh my god, it's perfection. So to me, it really is the best movie, but is it really the best movie ever made? Of course, there isn't such a thing as the perfect movie, because obviously some people choose movies like The Godfather or Spirited Away, classic, love it. Shawshank Redemption, if you're into that kind of thing, yeah. Honestly, not my cup of tea, but this movie is my all-time favorite. In fact, if I could, I'll have it playing all the time. But it definitely changes everything about forgiveness. Well, not everything, but it's an accurate portrayal of everything that they set out to do. And obviously, it's a great portrayal of disability, so like, deaf people obviously have a representative through Shoko. Obviously, everyone's different, so it's not an accurate portrayal for everyone, but it's still, for people who act like Shoko, it still is. So, just overall, it's a 10 out of 10, and I just have to share it. So if anyone does end up hating on it, I will fight them, and I will defend this movie to the grave, because it's so perfect. Anyway, that's me not even getting into it too deep. So if you do want like a thorough breakdown of the entire movie, just let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.